Hey there, and first of all, welcome to this training. So today is day 4, and in day 4, I'm going to show you really how to price your coaching program. Now, most coaches get this wrong. In fact, 90% of coaches actually undercharge, and this causes some really serious problems for your coaching business. So we're going to go over, give you an overview of what are the pros and the cons of charging low pricing for coaching and charging high prices for coaching. So we're just going to dive straight in. So let's just look at this. So it's basically low pricing versus high pricing for your coaches, for your coaching services. Now, typically when I work with clients, mostly what I do is we create in fact, if you go to day 3, I showed you how to create a coaching package or a coaching program, which is normally for 3 months. So for a 3-month coaching program, now obviously this depends on the result that you get for your clients and the promise that you're making them, the destination that you're going to get them to. But normally, let's say for, basic, I would say like relationship coaching, health coaching, first level business coaching, you could be charging anywhere between, I would recommend no less than $3,000 per client. And it can be $5,000, it can be $10,000, it can be $25,000. It really, the sky really is the limit, but kind of starts off around about $3,000 at the lower end for a 3-month coaching program, around about $3,000 to $5,000, let's say. So that's what we're talking about, high pricing. Low pricing will be kind of, $1,000 less, anything less than $1,000 would be kind of low pricing. Like in between 1,000 to 3,000 would be kind of like, mid-range. Now, obviously, your coaching prices can go way more than that. I know coaches that are charging, $40,000 for a 3-month package. I know coaches that are charging, even that just for a kind of day, day's coaching. So really, price is really flexible. But one thing to think about when you're looking at pricing, it's not really just about increasing the pricing, because it's not only about increasing your prices. In fact, the much more important thing is about increasing the value of your coaching program, and that's so much more important than increasing your prices. So it's increasing the value of your coaching. So let's just have a look at this then. So there's a few, but there's pros, and we'll talk about the value of your coaching and how to increase the value of your coaching in another class. But let's just look at the pricing piece today, and when you undercharge, what kind of happens, and when you charge more for your coaching, what also happens as well. So let's just look at this from different perspectives. So for example, for your clients, from the perspective of your clients, when you decrease your price, what also happens is the emotional investment and the commitment of your clients also goes down. So for example, if you're selling something for like, a coaching program for $100, it's kind of unlikely that there's that emotional investment and that commitment. In fact, back in the day, I'm going back a long time, but when I first started coaching, I used to find it really difficult with pricing. In fact, most of the time I was either doing free coaching, or I would just kind of ask them, just give whatever you want kind of thing, because I was afraid to ask for money at that time when I first started coaching. And then it just got to a point when it was just ridiculous, because my client, no one was showing up. In other words, I was offering them free coaching. They wouldn't show up for the coaching. Because they wouldn't show up for the coaching, they weren't getting any results. Some people did show up for the coaching, but they never completed their assignments. And because of that, their commitment went down. And because of that, they didn't get any results. I was also resentful because people were taking my time, but they weren't doing anything. And so it was really, it was basically a lose-lose for them, and it was a lose for me. It really didn't happen. Now, the thing is, when you increase your pricing and when you charge a substantial amount, what happens is the emotional investment and the commitment of the clients that you come into your program goes basically instantaneously just increases just because of the price. I remember one of the first times I started charging premium prices for my program. In fact, I pretty much went from almost zero to charging $5,000 per client. And the first thing I noticed when I started charging that is like people were actually showing up for the coaching. Not only were they showing up for the coaching, they were showing showing up on time, before time, and really trying to get as much as they can from the coaching program. And because of that, they were also doing they were doing the assignments. They were doing everything that was required to do, and they started getting results. So many things changed just as a result of increasing the prices, right? Let's have a look at the next one, perceived value. And this is a really, really important one. When you charge low prices, your potential clients are going to perceive the value of your program to be a lot less. They'll think this is not worth very much. They did an experiment recently not recently, but they've done many experiments like this before, but they did an experiment and they basically had 2 different bottles of wine. Okay. One was a very, very cheap bottle of wine. It wasn't very expensive at all. And one was very expensive bottle of wine. So they had a cheap bottle of wine and a very expensive bottle of wine. And they, basically did this to a test, and they tested it with a large amount of people. And they asked them, which wine tastes better? It was almost 100% of the people said that the expensive wine tasted much better. Now, here's the thing. It was the same wine, just in different bottles, right? It was exactly the same wine. One was extremely expensive and one was very, very cheap. So just by increasing the prices of your coaching program or your coaching package, the perceived value is going to increase. And when you charge less, the perceived value is going to be a lot less as well. We talked about this before, but when you charge less, you're going to get less results because, like I said, people don't show up, they're not invested, they don't do the assignments, and because of it, they don't get results. When people show up and you increase your prices, it's like people will definitely get results. People will show up, they'll do the assignments, they'll do the work. This is very interesting. When you charge low pricing, it's funny because I actually did this just recently. I offered some kind of almost free coaching because I was just trying to basically, trying a few things out, and I actually did a few free programs, and I did a few very, very cheap programs because I just wanted to see, what would that do, and I put people into my funnel. And here's the funny thing: I was charging less than $100 for a 3-day, very, very high impact, high value coaching training. And but here's the thing: when people pay less, they're also much more demanding in terms of where's this, how come I didn't get this, how come I didn't get somehow or other you don't seem to get that from high paying clients. They're not giving, even though it could be the same people, that perception, it's a weird thing that happens, that the demandingness of a low price program, I'm not talking about a free program, but a low price program, it's a lot more in terms of the complaints and everything like that. And that you're going to get a better client showing up. You get a much kind of better client showing when they pay high prices. The revenue, when you decrease your pricing, in other words, when you're not charging high prices, you have less money to spend to create a wonderful experience for your client. So when your clients are paying you more and you're making more margins, you're able to increase the service and the delivery and the experience for your clients. So because you're making a lot more margins, you're able to invest so much more into the service of your clients. So they actually can get more of a VIP experience. If you're charging and you're making very little and you're making little margins, you can't really do that because you can't afford to do that. So that's basically how it's affecting your clients. Let's have a look at how it's affecting your business. Okay, so when you have low pricing, you decrease. Basically, your prices are low. Your profits are going to go down. Your margins are going to go down. What does that mean? That's going to really negatively impact your business. Why? Because for every client, you're making a lot less money. The margins are a lot less. You're not going to be able to invest back into your business. What if you wanted to do Facebook advertising, or you wanted to scale your business and basically invest in marketing? You can't do that because your margins are so less. So you're making less profits, less margins. When you have higher pricing, when your price is high, you got so much more margin. You have so much more money to invest in growing your business, scaling your business, even hiring a small team if you wanted to, and it's not going to affect you. Yeah. when you charge low prices, your own perception of your own value and your own worth also goes down. You'll think that you're an average coach or you're a below average coach because you're just not making the revenue. When you charge more and you increase your prices, your own self-esteem increases and you'll feel better about yourself. When you charge lower prices, then you're also going to decrease in the perception of the impact of the results. In other words, the results that you're getting and the perceived value of your own program is going to go down. When you're charging higher prices for a high program, even your perception of your own program will also go up. You'll consider your program to be much more valuable and much more precious than if you're selling your program for, a few dollars or whatever. You'll also perceive your own program to be really bad. When you charge low prices, this level of service that you're offering is going to go down. The commitment that you're putting in yourself is also going to go down. You'll be thinking, and maybe in the beginning it might be okay, but after a period of time, you'll start to become resentful. You'll start to think, I'm putting all this work into this, and I'm only basically making a small amount. Your commitment is going to go down. When you charge premium prices, you will make your best effort to make sure that you're delivering the best level of service that you can. Your commitment is going to go up, and the more you charge, the more happy you're going to feel about fulfilling in service as well. Next thing is same thing with your team as well. When your team, if you're charging low prices, your team's conviction about what you do is not going to be very high as well. If you're charging like $100 for a coaching thing and you have a small team, they're going to be thinking, this is useless, this is worthless. If you're charging premium price, the team that's working with you will really appreciate and respect your program. They'll say, wow, this is a really amazing program, right? So that's going to increase. And then your general, when you're charging low prices, just your general personal satisfaction, your personal fulfillment, and your whole life is going to it's going to impact your whole life. If you're not making any money in your coaching business, it's going to affect pretty much every area of your life. It's going to affect your relationships. It's going to affect your personal satisfaction. It's going to affect your lifestyle. It's going to affect the kind of things you can do in your life. And when you're charging premium prices, you're going to be making much more income. You're going to be able to have that lifestyle, financial freedom, etc., etc. So it really, really is. So I want you to get from this, when you decrease your prices and you charge low prices for your coaching program, it's really a lose-lose situation. It's a lose for you, and it's going to be a lose for your clients as well. When you increase your prices, it's going to be a win for your clients because they're going to be getting so much better service, and it's going to be a win for you because you're also going to be able to grow your business the way you want to. You're going to be able to have that freedom lifestyle that you've always wanted as well. So it really, really is a win-win situation. Now, a lot of people think, I don't want to charge premium prices because if I charge higher prices, then I can't help everybody, right? I want to help everyone, and I want this to be available to everybody, right? But here's the thing. That's not possible. You cannot help everybody, especially if you're doing one-to-one coaching. There's probably only a limited amount of people that you can help before you start to, basically have too many clients. If you're doing one-to-one coaching, you can probably comfortably coach around about 20 to 25 people comfortably. Once you start going over 25 clients, 30 clients, 40 clients, 50 clients, one-to-one coaching, believe me, it's a nightmare. You'll be on the phone all day, all night, and coaching will no longer be any fun. All the joy of the coaching will go out of the window. You'll look at your phone and think, you know what, I'm sick of looking at my phone. You can only really comfortably manage 20 to 25 one-to-one clients. Now, obviously, there you can go into group coaching, and I can, we teach our clients how to go from one-to-one to group coaching. That's another topic for now. But let's just say that you're only going to be doing one-to-one coaching. You can't help the whole world, right? So doesn't it make more sense to work with just a few people that give you, really value your service and are willing to invest in themselves? Because remember, when you're investing in coaching, you're investing in yourself. you're investing in your growth. And especially if you're working with a great coach who can deliver amazing results, it really is an amazing investment, right? And so isn't it better just to work with a few clients and get them amazing results than just and trying to work with like loads and loads of people and not getting any result at all, or very, very small, insignificant, minute result? Of course. Why not? So if you want to make a difference and you really want to make an impact in people's lives, work with a few people who are willing to invest at that higher level and give them the best service that you possibly can. So that's a strategy. Now, here's another thing. A lot of coaches, it's really important. If you are a coach, it's very important that you also invest in coaching. I know, it wasn't until I myself started to really invest in coaching that I started to grow my own coaching business. A lot of coaches, they say basically, yeah, you should, I want to charge high prices, but are you willing to invest in your own growth and personal development? Because unless you're actually willing to invest in coaching as well, it's going to be unlikely that people are going to be willing to invest in you at that level as well. I've personally spent a huge amount of money on coaching for my own personal growth, but every time I've done that, my coaching business has just gone to the next level, and my personal life has gone to the next level. So I want to, a quick invitation here. Now, maybe some of you might want my help. Maybe some of you would like to create a premium coaching package. Maybe some of you would like to fast track and get quick results. So I can basically help you in two ways. Number one, the first thing I can do is I can help you to grow or start a coaching business that could be making anywhere between $10,000 per month all the way up to $100,000 per month. Right. So if you're a new coach or you're thinking about starting coaching and you want to grow your coaching business to $10,000 to $100,000 per month, that's the first thing I can help you with. The second thing we can help you with is to deliver really high impact transformational coaching. One of the things that we do at Academy for Coaches is we train people how to become excellent coaches. So if any one of these two things or both of them are something that you would like, you'd like a premium coaching business and you want to make a real big difference and a high impact in your clients' lives, then I have a special invitation for you. You can actually book a call with and have a chat with either me or my team. And what we'll do is we'll on that coaching call, we'll discover if we are a good fit to work with each other or not. Now, obviously we don't work with anyone. We only have a few slots in our coaching program every month for new people. And once those slots are full, then we have to wait till the next time that you can join in our program. But we still have we do have a few places available right now in our coaching program. So if you'd like to grow your coaching business between $10,000 to $100,000 per month, and you also want to learn how to make a massive impact, then book a call with us. Book a call with me. It'll either be me or my team. We'll get on the phone and we'll do two things. Number one, we'll figure out if we can help you or not. Now, if we can help you, we'll let you know how it works and everything. And if we think that we can't help you, we'll do our best to point you in the right direction. We'll give you a few tips to kind of get you started. All right. So either way, it's going to be useful for you, whether you become a client or whether you don't, and you get some useful help along the way. So I hope you enjoyed today's training. We'll be sending you tomorrow's training. So tomorrow's day 5. If you didn't watch day 1, day 2, day 3, you probably look at the end of this video and you'll see there'll probably be some links there. You can go and watch those day 1, day 2, day 2, 3, day 3. Also, if you're on YouTube right now, you can subscribe to our channel, and if you do that, you'll be notified every time we create a new video. We upload videos on a regular basis now. So it's been really great. Thank you for watching this video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow in day 5's training. Take care. Have a great day. This is Braj Mohandas from Academy for Coaches.